There was once a man with a water pump. To a friend he said, "This water pump will provide you with all the water you need. Here, it's yours." The friend was delighted to receive it, since he was thirsty all the time, as well as needing water for his dying garden. The next day the man came by. His friend accused him, "This pump does not supply any water. You lied to me." The man asked, "Did you plug the pump into power?" The friend said, "Well, no." The man said, "Plug it in to some power and you shall have water for all you need." The next day, the man came by again to see how his friend was doing. "You lied," his friend said. "I plugged it into the power. It gave no water." The man asked, "Did you let a pipe into the well so the water could be drawn?" The friend said, "Well, no." The man said, "Let a pipe down into the well, and it will give you all the water you need." The next day, the man visited once again, and again his friend said, "Well, you lied. I still have no water." The man asked, "Did you prime the pump with water?" The friend said, "No." The man then said, "Prime the pump with water, and you shall have all the water you need to drink." The following day, the man asked, Did I tell you the truth?" "Yes," said the friend. So the man asked, "Why did you call me a liar?" The friend replied, "Well, that's how it seemed. I did not realize it was my own ignorance that made your word a lie to me." Every year I like to choose a story, something that I think relates to something that we all go through, something we've all done. And our year-end story for 2021 is very, very relevant. We've all done what this man did. Assume that we understand, assume that we think we know, and we make other people's words lies because we say things or assume things that they didn't say, or that we didn't ask, or that we just merely seem to think looked logical to our reasoning and whomever we think we are. My mother used to ask me all the time, "Greg, who do you think you are?" And I always thought that was a very good question. I don't know. I used to tell her, I don't know. So when you start looking at your life in 2021 and everything we've been through since 20 to 21 and all the upheaval in this world, we've missed a great deal. We assume we understand and we think we know, but we really don't. And one of the most beautiful aspects of Zen, of meditation, of personal growth is the only don't know mentality. Why know? Why not wait, watch, observe, and see what might be happening? What might be beyond the concepts of myself? We're always trying to think our way through our life. And I have, in my life, outthought myself. I used to sit as a child and wonder why I could only think so far. Why is it I couldn't go a little further, a little further? And I would hear young people in my age group, 7, 8 years old, 9 years old, they always thought differently. And I always thought, why can't I think beyond my own thoughts? And the only reason being that I thought my thoughts were right, or I thought my thoughts were the only thing I had. And I lived by those concepts until I grew up and started to really realize my thoughts are nothing unique. They're just old Greg. And when I realized that life is not made up of thought, it's made up of other things, love, kindness, authentic life. It is about reaching the no mind, a mind no longer weighing things as good and bad, right and wrong. That's when the big change hit. Well, here we are in a new year, going into a new year, and I hope you'll give some consideration to the whole idea that this mind that Buddha talked about, a mind no longer seeking to consider what is good and bad or right and wrong, is a no mind. And this is something that brings us to wakefulness, the wakefulness of our heart, the wakefulness of our being. The challenging world that we live in requires no thought, it requires insight. To have the ability to insight behind everything that is going on, what's really happening, and address that issue. The man in our story thought he knew. He just didn't get it. It never dawned on him to think beyond his own thoughts. And I'm saying to you, we don't need to think beyond them. We need to have the experience of our life that is beyond our own thoughts. Never limit your life to the thoughts you can think. Open yourself up to the new life, to the new experience that lives within you. You can do this. Meditation, compassion, consciousness. This is what living is all about. This is what life is all about. And should you practice this from now to the year end, you might find a new person inside you that is born. One not maybe looking at what they can think, but maybe what they can't think. It's something that is about love, because love is the unthinkable. It really is. It is the presence that lives within you that needs no thought whatsoever. I hope you enjoyed our little year-end story and that it helped you in as many ways as possible. Don't think about it. Please forgive me. Namaste. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little story. It's one of my very favorite. I recently put it in a commentary, and I got such compliments on it, I thought I'd make it a year-end story, which we try to do every year to give you something meaningful. I hope you will understand your year-end gift is the seed money and the donations that tide us through the year. We need your support. Every year we ask for it. It pays for not only airtime, it pays for radio, it pays for helping the children at the Batmo project that I do up at the hospital, and also, of course, it helps me go to hospice. So please make a generous donation. Our mystery donor will be matching from now till January 2nd or so. So make your donation as soon as you can and help us out, won't you? Aspire does a lot for not only you, but for many other people. Please forgive me. Namaste.